Hello there, Rana, and welcome to another Saturday, I think this is coming out on, which means it is time for another Live Watches Vox Machina. Once again, we're here without chat, which is unfortunate. I miss them a lot, but Monday was a little bit sussy-wussy, so oh well, we're here without them. They'll be back next week, I imagine, and if you want to be there in chat, then you can always come to twitch.tv/live the cyberdole, linked in the upper right hand corner of the screen. At Mondays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can join us when we watch everything we do for the week live, or at least we try to. Anything that doesn't, I have to do by myself, which is sad. But hopefully I'll see you there, and of course I do stream other stuff. You're watching this the day this comes out, then in about 2 hours at 2 p.m. Eastern, I should be streaming something. I think I'm probably going to wind up going off schedule because the schedule has kind of been torpedoed this week, but I think it'll either be like Wasteland or be Final Fantasy. Not sure. Swing on by. It's going to be fun, regardless, doing some fun RPG stuff. But, speaking of RPGs, we're here with Vox Machina. Oh boy. So in the last episode, they hung out with the Sphinx. The Sphinx fucking died, and Grog really needs to read his item descriptions. Oh, jeez. Like, I love how just because Grog is not that smart, like, he gets a premonition of murdering all his friends from his evil cursed sword, and just... Oh, alright, it happens 20 minutes later, because my man just does not read his item descriptions. Oh, shit. And I'm not saying that fucking his player does not read his item description. I'm saying Grog has fucking, like, 6 intelligence, or 8 intelligence, whatever it is. I have dyscalculia, so hey, my intelligence score is probably pretty low, too. But, yeah, now we have a bleeding out Pike, a missing Grog, and I think a missing Scanlan, and everybody is in the Feywild, which is only going to go well, because as we all know, the Feywild is a completely innocent place where nothing ever goes wrong, and a Fey will never ever steal your pronouns, I swear. But let's get in here and let's see what they get up to, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, and go. Ah, yep, weird rabbit slug. Yeah, that seems about right for... that seems about right for the Feywild. And by disrupted your spell, you mean you fucked it up. Alright. Pike will be fine. She's a cleric. Just fucking, physician, heal thyself. Come on now. Like, it's the first thing clerics learn. Never rely on your team. They will let you down. And it's got killed by the plants. Alright, yep, that's the Feywild. Oh boy. I have had two D&D adventures that went to the Fey realm. One was just a Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, which was fine and worked fairly well. Fairly straightforward considering. Another one was when we got banished to me and the party I was playing with. It was like a pickup game online. Me and the other members of the party, we all got banished to the Fey realm. And a lot of really horrifically traumatizing stuff happened that I can't actually say on YouTube, I think. Just to be safe, I'm not going to. But let's just say, one character went in a girl, came out a guy. And, And by the way, I'm not saying like they had their gender changed and it was like, oh man, they were really a guy the whole time. No, no, no. This is a... No, they didn't come in with gender dysphoria. Let's just say that. Um, yeah. And then when we finally escaped the Fey realm, 200 years had passed and everyone we knew and loved had died because the big bad evil guy had succeeded while we were gone. Suffice to say, we did not play with that DM again. That was... ugh, yikes. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, how much of the... Why does Percy seem to be the only one who's, like, chill with this? Oh, okay, that's why. I can't wait for nature to just... Yep, there it is. A rule of the universe. Percy cannot have anything nice. He is the universe's punching bag. Yeah. The Fey realm is in D&D is like one of those things where it's like, depending on the DM, it's either going to be the most horrific things you ever go through, or it's going to be like the most like whimsical and fun thing you ever go through. There is no in between. Unironically, I would rather trust a DM with a Shadowfell campaign. Like a DM that I've never done anything with before. I would rather trust them with a Shadowfell campaign than a fucking Feywild campaign. Yeah, it's because they're awoken plants. These things have an intelligence of 10. Alright, add it to the counter of Percy getting completely fucking shit on by everyone. Though I imagine the Woken plant probably went against him because that armor set is bad juju, because the Raven Queen, if I remember right, I'm pretty sure is neutral evil. I could be wrong, but who knows. Oh! You might want to cast, like... You might want to cast Cure Wounds here. Ah, that'd do it. Sentient magic weapons. Can't fucking trust them. They will never understand our love. Kill your family. Kill your family. Jesus Christ. Oh, well, that's just gonna be fun. Jeez. Or the DM that's saying that PvP is not allowed at the table. uh... Honestly, in a situation like this where, like, he's not gonna have any weapon... Oh, he's just... Holy shit! So you can actually break a magic weapon this way. The only way to destroy a magic weapon like this is to completely remove its magic, and then it can be destroyed. But, you know, as a DM, for, like, the fact that it's a fun little moment, I'd allow it. Why not? Oh my god, that is a lot of blood! Like, I'm assuming that's just all the blood that the sword's absorbed. Like, how big was it when Silas got it? Like a little penknife? Like, holy shit. But, like, now what is Grog gonna do? He doesn't have a weapon. Barbarians aren't exactly known for their unarmed proficiencies. Unless our boy, like, takes, like, a... Ooh. Grog takes a... If Grog, like, multi-classes into, like, Monk Barbarian, that'd be insanely good. Though, if he's got a low wisdom score, that might not be the best, because a lot of monk abilities do scale off wisdom. And there's a perverted fawn. There's nothing like... There's nothing like kidnapping a member of the Fey realm to do your bidding, right? Oh god, what? Let's go... They twinkified the boy! They twinkified our boy! Oh no! They turned him into a twink! Holy shit! Oh god, so... Okay, assuming this happened on the tabletop, there is an effect that does this. It's... I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I want to just say feeble, but I know that's not what it actually is. Essentially, it's like... It's an effect that reduces your strength by, like, a shitload. Like... Generally, it's done by shadows. Like, if a shadow hits you, you roll a save, and if you fail to save, you lose a point in strength. Or, no, you lose an amount of strength equal to the damage. And if you hit 0 strength, you die outright. Well, then. That's a lot of dicks. I mean, let's be honest, Percy is a gigantic dick, so you know what? Seems about right. Oh god, just fucking kick the man while he's down, why don't you? Also, Tommy Mommy Keyleth, alright. Nice. Yep. You've seen his porn. Now he's not gonna leave you alone. Oh, that poor boy. Based on how he's acting, he's probably got like a strength score of like 5. Which is like really, oh boy. Okay, I mean, maybe, you know, you should actually bring out the Bigby's hand, Scanlan, because... Like, holy shit. Like, gnomes aren't exactly known for their carrying capacity. Holy shit. Oh. That does not... I don't think that's water. I think that might be wine. So what level... So, I'm assuming that, like, you know, greater restoration doesn't work on this. Unfortunate. So the funny thing is, depending on how this curse works... If I remember right, the Belt of Dwarven Kind, does it increase your strength or is it just your con? God, like, see, I think the Belt of Dwarven Kind increases your strength as well, so unless this thing puts a hard cap on, like, your strength... Like, a reverse Amulet of Health, this is him with the fucking strength bonus from the belt, like, holy shit. Also, oh boy, the Scanlan Pike ship. Oh geez, here it comes. Oh, I love the Fae. Oh, the Fae are great. I have a character who's a fairy that I made, and I've never gotten a chance to play her. But this is the kind of chaotic energy I would strive for. Oh, man. Yeah, it's almost as if you're being... It's almost as if you're touched by the god of the Shadowfell there, Vax. The explicit opposite of the Fey realm. No wonder they want you dead on sight. Gonna be honest, this is why if I ever run a game in the Feywild, I'm gonna just tell people, like, straight up, like, hey, yo, maybe don't play a Shatterkai. Percy's having some real bad luck with his inventions. I guess it's a good thing that bear just kind of, like, knows what's going on, I guess. God. After making that ranger live on stream the other day, like holy shit. Because I'm pretty sure like this came out before Tasha's Cauldron, like this campaign. In fact, no, like I'm 110% sure that this came out before Tasha's Cauldron, because this was like fucking years ago. But oh, they're high as shit. Neat. Yeah, playing a Beastmaster Ranger before Tasha's, Jesus Christ. Vex is probably having the least fun time that she could ever have. Just pure mechanically. Bad trip, bad trip, bad trip, bad trip. So this is why you never let... This is why you never give the druid acid. This is why you never give a druid acid. Druids can actually do some really fucked up shit if they get creative with it, so I'm just kind of like... Like, with Druidcraft, you can actually make any plant that you're aware of that would be able to survive in the soil beneath you grow basically at will as a cantrip. I've actually had a druid actually like team up with the rogue and just grow like super fucking deadly plants to just get around the need to like purchase poison. No. Like, it's a good thing that nobody plays Druid, because it can get really broken if you're creative with it. And some of the few insane people I know that play Druid are really fucking scary when they want to be. So what is this in... Because he's a gunslinger, right? He used to be gunslinger warlock. Is he still a warlock, or is he like what class is Percy right now? Or is this something that's like show only? Yeah, it's all the inbreeding. It means that they're very bad at able to comprehend what's going on around them. Geez, it's almost as if the Raven Queen is the queen of the Shadowfell, the polar opposite of the Feywild. For someone who seems to know so much about the Fey, you would think Percy would know, oh hey, here's this realm that's diametrically opposed to it. It's like a devil going to the abyss or a demon going to hell. Like, it's not gonna go well. Gross. God, Percy just cannot get a win, can he? Our boy just cannot get a fucking win. Like, he's my least favorite character. Especially after the first season followed him so goddamn much. But, like, Jesus, man. Can our boy just get, like, one win? I just realized that that's Commander Zavala. So I started playing Destiny 2 again. Holy shit, that's just Zavala. Oh no. Jeez. So Umbrasyl didn't even like... So Umbrasyl was just doing this by himself. Like, he's not even... Like, the whole Vestige plan is him working on his... Oh my god. That is, like, the biggest, like, fuck you, like, from a meta thing of just kind of, like... Even the main villain is just kind of like, oh, these ancient relics that could kill me outright? Nah, I don't give a shit. Fuck them. I'm assuming this is a curse. There's lots of different ways they could do it, but I don't know if Pike has access to it, because I don't know what her fucking subclass is. I'm assuming she's a light cleric, but, like... She's done a lot of shit that really doesn't seem like a light cleric, so I don't even know. And she might even just be, like, a fully fucking homebrewed subclass. Who knows? It's just a city, though. If it's just a city, what? Oh, this is the town that the dragon blew. Oh, shit. I mean, at the very least, maybe some Eladrin have moved in, you know? Like... I mean, the Eladrin needs somewhere to live. I mean... Oh, jeez. Oh, God. I picked the worst time to start playing Destiny 2 again, though. Like, just... Now I'm just gonna be like... Anytime, like, the big bad boy, like, starts talking, like, my brain is immediately just gonna, like, start with the, whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with the Cabal on Mars. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, my brain is just gonna autofill, eyes up, Guardian. Like, Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright, well, that was a good episode, and I think that it was very neat. So, a lot of cool stuff, but I think I've noticed here that there's a lot of stuff happening that doesn't make a ton of sense if it had happened on the tabletop, and I think someone said on the last episode that in the tabletop they never split up. But Pike's player was on a shoot in New York, so she couldn't show up very often. So they, you know, so like that kind of fuckled with stuff. Like, I appreciate y'all for not giving me spoilers, by the way. I really do appreciate that. Y'all, like, unironically, this series has been, like, the one where people have been the most, like, respectful of, like, not spoiling shit. But, like, so I actually don't even know, like, how much of this is, like, one-for-one with the tabletop here, and I do think that that is something that is a little bit disappointing, in that if they go too far away from what happened on the tabletop, I feel like it's gonna lose like the thing that makes this a good show. Like the main thing that I like about this show is the fact that it is so different from what we generally see. You know what I mean? Like it's like usually when like fuck, I think I've said this before, but like when you have a show like this, right, where it's like an adaptation of a tabletop game, you've got a lot of improv and a lot of stuff that just kind of happens like spur of the moment along the outline of what the DM set up that like it gives you a bit, it keeps you on your toes a little bit. It's a little bit more improvisational. It's a little bit harder to just be like, okay, so this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, boom 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 boom. And that's something that I really like, because when you have something that is written the way shows are normally written, you have the problem of, like, humans enjoy patterns. Like, as a species, humans are really, really adept at pattern recognition, and when we are being creative on our own, that pattern recognition comes out with, like, us following those patterns even if we're doing it subconsciously. So it's why like it's why tropes exist. You know, it's like why you have that, like the fact that tropes exist is like a sheer, like the purest sign of that, of just kind of like, all right, here's a character archetype. The character archetype will go through like one of four things, and you'll be able to tell which type of arc it's going through by like minute 5. If you're being more improvisational and just kind of like letting things just go and swinging with the punches, like you're less likely to get something that's predictable, because things can swing one way or the other, and it keeps you on your toes, and it's novel and it's good. And it's in that improvisational like tabletop setting that you can get that at the most. Delegating things to writers that are no longer just transcribing what happened in the table and cleaning it up, and instead turning it into them making shit up whole cloth. We've seen the difference here. Like one of the previous episodes, I don't remember which number it was. One of the previous episodes, like one of y'all let me know, like, hey, yeah, like nothing in this episode fucking happened. Like they just completely wrote it whole cloth, and it's like, well, that explains why it felt so fucking different then. But I don't know. Like I feel like if they move too far away from what happened on the tabletop, it's just this show's just gonna lose what makes it good, and that's why I'm kind of nervous, because this episode kind of had like sections where it just kind of felt like, you know, like it felt like it was half tabletop and half pre-written. And if I'm just being paranoid, then I'm just being paranoid. That's fine. I'm recording this at like 2 a.m. so like I just got done with Nagatoro and edited that, and now I'm recording this, and it's like, oh boy, not Nagatoro, Bow Fury. So that's fun. But like I will say that I do really like this episode. I'm not gonna say this episode is bad. It's not bad, it just, I'm nervous. I'm nervous that this show is going to lose what makes it good, and like that could just be me just being a doomsayer, but whatever. Like this episode though, as a whole, like I really enjoyed. I enjoyed the Feywild. Like the Feywild is something that like every single like portrayal of the Feywild is going to be different, because it is literally a realm of nonsense. If you're in the Feywild and the Feywild makes sense as you're going through it, you're doing it wrong. Because it is literally a realm where the land itself is twisted by the whims and emotions of the people that reside within. In Wild Beyond the Witchlight, there is a chart where you can alter the terrain, you can alter like everything that's going on based on the goings-on in the Feywild, what the general vibe is, or even what the fucking vibe of the party is. Like if you've got one player who's like, their character is really, really upset, the weather changes, the land can change, the types of creatures you run into can change. Like there's like a bunch of different shit that like just the Feywild it just reacts to. It is the most like fluid realm, and I think the sheer just difference in like we go from a a field of grass that works like a audio visualizer, a swamp full of poisonous ooze or sorry acidic oozes, a river that flows through the sky like while there's clouds on the floor, like awoken vines that just fucking hate you, like you can get some really like there's some really cool stuff here, and like it just kind of like each area that they go through is different, and the places that like Pike, Scanlan, and Grog were in were different, extremely different visually from what like the other group were in, and that's really good. Like the Feywild should never be consistent. Like, you should have like the few consistent things, like depending on like what realm you're in, but like it's like it's consistently inconsistent, if that makes sense. So like the realm of Zyblina, for example, it's hither, thither, and yon. So past, present, and future. Like generally, generally, like you would follow that vibe. Like the book that they exist in does not do a good job of that, but generally, if you're running hither, thither, and yon, you very much as a DM should try and play that past, present, future into it. So like hither being the present should be like very very similar to the real world, but like just throw like the fae shit into it. So you got fairies, you've got mushroom circles, like basically very generic kind of thing, because it's the present, right? And then time moves linearly, etc., whatever. And then you could have for thither, maybe time goes backwards. Maybe you meet maybe you see like someone who's like a baby walking around, and it's like they're just Benjamin Buttoned, because they live in the past. Everything ages backwards, maybe. And then for yon, maybe you can get apocalyptic with it, because the whole thing of that story is that the Archfey has been kidnapped. So like maybe the future is like a bombed out wasteland, who knows? Like point being, you can do like a lot of stuff with the Feywild, and generally the only consistent thing is the theme of the court you're in. So Titania's court, the summer court, is in a consistent evergreen summer. It never snows, it never rains, except for when Titania wants it to rain because she's the Archfey. But generally that's the thing. Like the winter court, generally pretty fucking cold. Like the consistency is, it's inconsistently consistent. Like it's a nightmare to fucking talk about. But but point being, I really dig the way the Feywild is portrayed here. It's great. It's fun. The reveal that Vax's Shadowfell armor, essentially the Raven Queen armor, is basically paints a big ass target on his back, is honestly a really cool thing, and I like it a lot. And I do honestly appreciate that we have Percy trying to bond with Vax, because now Vax is essentially having a similar arc to what Percy went through in season 1, but nobody really likes Percy. I'm honestly kind of surprised that he's still around. He hasn't been kicked out of Vox Machina. I don't know. It's just really kind of just funny. Just everyone is just shitting on Percy, and I'm at a point where I'm kind of all right, guys, come on now. Fuck. And I appreciate that he's having a much lesser role in the story, because he had that entire first season, but bruh, come on now. Give our boy something. We know he's trying to get with Vex, he wants that, that half elfussy, as you do, but, and he's trying to bond with her brother to kind of try and make that less awkward, but can we just get our boy one win? If it's oh man, I love the Feywild, I studied it all the time as a kid, could he be right about something? Could he maybe be correct about something? Damn, can our boy get a win? Fuck. And it's not really even a criticism, because I imagine it's probably just like, you know, him saying all this shit, rolling an Arcana or History check, and fucking getting a nat 1. It's like, oh, shit. Or better yet, like, you know, him rolling it, him getting it correct, and then not accounting for the fact they have a fucking Shadowfell ornament, like, sorry, a Shadowfell artifact, like, right there in their midst, which would, of course, alter everything, which is a little bit of a fun subversion. That's neat, but, like, please let our boy get like one win. I'm not saying like our boy needs to be like, you know, King Dick of Penis Mountain, but like, come on now, just the one win. Like I feel bad just seeing him get like stomped down for 7 episodes. Like, fuck. But yeah, generally I think this episode was pretty neat. I liked it a lot, and I hope you did too. So that's really all I gotta say. So let me know what you thought of this down there in the comments, whether you liked it, disliked it, and to bring up something I forgot to talk about, which is entirely possible. And if you want, you can always support me on Patreon, YouTube memberships, Twitch subs, stream elements, whatever you want to do. If you want to, or if you don't want to, or you can't, then that's fine. Just you being here is enough. I think I did that while I voted. But whatever. If you like and you want to support, then I have places, but if not, whatever. It is 2 a.m. Oh jeez, oh fuck. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one, Rana. Oh boy, and hopefully I'll see you in stream today. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.